In 2004, the deadliest tsunami in modern history killed more than 160,000 people in a single Indonesian province. But out of that horror came something almost no one expected. It ended a war that had raged for nearly 30 years. Sometimes a catastrophe is the only thing that can force peace. The place was Aceh, on the northern tip of Sumatra. For decades, Aceh had fought for independence from Indonesia. The Free Aceh Movement, known as GAM, had waged a guerrilla war since 1976. Around 15,000 people had died. The province was sealed off under martial law, and peace talks had collapsed again and again. Then, on the morning of December the 26th, 2004, a magnitude 9.1 earthquake, one of the most powerful ever recorded, ruptured the seabed off Sumatra. It sent a wall of water racing toward the coast. Aceh, closest to the epicenter, was hit first and hardest. Whole towns simply vanished. In Aceh alone, more than 160,000 people were killed in a matter of minutes. And amid the ruins, one thing stood: the Baiturrahman Grand Mosque, left almost untouched as everything around it was swept away. The devastation was so total that it overwhelmed the war itself. Both sides, the rebels and the government, faced suffering on an unimaginable scale. Foreign aid poured in, but the aid workers needed access, and access needed peace. Within weeks, two sides that had fought for decades sat down to talk in Helsinki. In August 2005, just 8 months after the tsunami, they signed a peace agreement. GAM gave up its demand for full independence and disarmed. In return, Aceh was granted broad autonomy, its own political parties, and a share of its resources. Former rebels became politicians. Some elected to govern the very province they had fought over, and it held. 20 years on, the Aceh peace has lasted, one of the few separatist wars anywhere to end in a lasting settlement. The tsunami was a catastrophe beyond words, but in its wake, a generation that had known only war finally got to live in peace. It took the sea destroying everything to make the fighting stop.